Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's your boy, Mr. OK Izzy, coming back at y'all again, once again, and we are back at you guys with another Hoe Stage video, Hoe Phase video. This is the Hoe Phase Part 8. Okay, guys. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the chat. I seen y'all showing love, man. I seen y'all showing love. Appreciate y'all, boys. It's much love. Oh, this is gonna be a good one, man. This is gonna be a good one. This is going to be a good one, man. Let me shout out to some of the boys. XL Pro, the dean of the dean's office. We got Professor in the building, Brian Turner. Shout out to you, young intelligent brother. CeeLo Myers, always supporting. I love what you do, man. Chris G, you know you family, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Chris G in the goddamn building. Aviated View Sounds, my brother from another mother, etc. We got Mo. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. And if you already sat down, make sure you hit that like button as well. Let's get right on into this, guys. Let's get right on into this video. Y'all see the thumbnail, okay? Now, as y'all can see, the picture on the left is the woman who's going to be talking to y'all. This is going to be the culprit today. Are grown women grooming young ladies? That's the question I want to ask the chat. Are grown women grooming these young ladies to not only become 304s, but to have premature thoughts that lead these young ladies to become 304s? Are they doing that? And as you can see on the left, the word bubble says, let me teach you how to hoe from home. I took that verbatim from what she said. Let's get it right on in, guys. We ain't finna waste no time with this. We is not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get right on into the video. And I do these videos, guys, because it's very conducive and important that young men like myself, young men across the world, and people like yourselves understand what's going on around us. Okay, a lot of people don't know what a 304 is. A lot of people think they know what a 304 is, but I figured this interviewing tons of people and seeing tons of people. A lot of people don't really know what a 304 is for real. A lot of you wife in the 304 right now. A lot of you are pursuing a 304 right now. A lot of you think the girl that you just took on 2 dates and you smashed her 3 times, and now you're courting her. You think she's not a 304. And I'm here to tell you that we living in a 304 tell you better than I could tell you, because if you ask your typical woman today, they'll tell you what I'm about to say right now. They'll tell you we living in a new day. This is we in 2022. Those was the old day. We living in a new day, guys. You need to know exactly what a 304 is. Without further ado, let's get right on to the video. Hopefully, y'all already hit that like button, subscription button, notification bell, etc., etc. I'm going to be opening the panel very soon. Forget the 30 minutes. We're going to be opening it very soon because I want some of y'all brothers on the panel, and I need to get some of y'all perspectives as well.
Hello and welcome back to Slut University. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today we're going to be talking about hoeing from home and how to bring up the what are you into topic during the talking stage. And if I have time, I'll add some scripts for how to get out of the talking stage. So let's start with hoeing from home. Because of COVID, I know a lot of you are living.
We're going to run it back. I know she talked fast. And just understand, if she talk fast, then she is fast. This is a professional 304. Let's run it back, guys.
Hello and welcome back to Slut University. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today we're going to be talking about hoeing from home.
We got 2 good red flags. She says, welcome to Slut University. And also, we're going to be talking about hoeing from home. Hoeing from home. Let's understand exactly what she means by when she says we're going to be talking about hoeing from home. And see what she's talking about, guys.
Hello and welcome back to Slut University. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today we're going to be talking about hoeing from home and how to bring up the what are you into topic during the talking stage. And if I have time, I'll add some scripts for how to get out of the talking stage. So let's start with hoeing from home. Because of COVID, I know a lot of you are living at home. If you're unsure about how your parents would feel about you bringing someone home, ask them. Tell them you're dating and ask them how they would feel if you were to bring somebody home. But I know that a lot of you do have like conservative parents, so whether or not you've had the reverse sex talk with your parents, here are some tips to make it a little bit sneaky.
So eh, I ain't make it up. I didn't make it up, guys. She's speaking fast, but men think logically. I hope I have a lot of logical men over here thinking. I hope y'all thinking logically right now. Let's listen to what she just said one more time.
I know a lot of you are living at home. If you're unsure about how your parents would feel about you bringing someone home, ask them. Tell them you're dating and ask them how they would feel if you were to bring somebody home. But I know that a lot of you do have like conservative parents, so whether or not you've had the reverse sex talk with your parents, here are some tips to make it a little bit sneakier. First of
So she's trying to coach young ladies on how to ask their parents how to can like how to bring somebody to the crib. You don't pay bills, you're not responsible, you don't make your own decisions unless it's you taking a piss inside of your parents' bathroom, or you going to school, or you washing dishes. Like, you don't make decisions. So what she's doing is effectively teaching young ladies how to literally not only be confident enough, that's what they call it, confidence, to ask their parents, can they bring a stranger to the home? And she ended it off by saying she wanted to be, show you how to be a little sneaky with it. We're going to get into that. I want to read what B. Turner says. He says, she wearing a fishnet outside her bedroom. Red flag. Red flag. If you catch her with a fishnet outside of her bedroom, red flag. He ain't lie. Shout out to XL Pro. Also says conservative parents equals parents that care, understand the average Gen Z is coming from a broken home. They not used to structure. And I'm gonna take it a step further, Brian Turner. There's a lot of young ladies, right? Um, we can speak on the men, but it's just a plethora of young ladies who come from conservative homes. But guess what? They're still broken because they're free, they're strong, they're independent. They get to do what they want. They got people like this here teaching them how to hoe from home. Aviated says, if she's gonna be a 304, she better not think uh neg is it Negra should stay loyal for her, or a Negro should stay loyal for her. I get you. 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 Let's continue the video, guys. Let's continue.
parents. So whether or not you've had the reverse sex talk with your parents, here are some tips to make it a little bit COVID. And if I have time, I'll add some scripts for how to get out of the talking stage. So let's start with hoeing from home. Because of COVID, I know a lot of you are living at home. If you're unsure about how your parents would feel about you bringing someone home, ask them. Tell them you're dating and ask them how they would feel if you were to bring somebody home. But I know that a lot of you do have like conservative parents, so whether or not you've had the reverse sex talk with your parents, here are some tips to make it a little bit sneakier. First of all, before bringing anyone home, case your place. Find all the squeaks, all the weird noises. When you do bring somebody in, take their shoes with you. If your headboard is against the wall, put a blanket between the headboard and the wall so it doesn't create that banging sound. Also, maybe use this as an opportunity to do some risky shit. If you have a car or if they have a car, do it in the car. Maybe a really secluded spot in the park. Personally, I have a locations bucket list of all the places that I want to do it. If you're the bold type, it can be a lot of fun. Also, maybe choose your
She said a mouthful. She said a mouthful, guys. She did. This 304 said a mouthful. I want to point out one of the significant things she did say, and it was be a little bit more sneaky. So when you sneaking that boy in, she's speaking to young ladies. I want y'all to specify that because that's what she's doing. When you bring young boys in, bring his shoes in your room. Put you a cushion up under in front of your bed so that when he's smashing you out, you don't bang against the wall and you don't alert nobody while you getting your shit tore through. That's what she's trying to let you young ladies know. This is hoeing from home. And how the heck do you hoe from home? Or how you know what? This is the better question so y'all can understand me. How are you teaching somebody to hoe from home if they have their own home? Because most women who are strong, independent, I don't care if you were 17, 18, 19, 25, whatever. If you got your own spot, you are going to hoe from home, period. You're going to let people come through. She's directly speaking to young ladies who live with their parents. That's who she's directly speaking to, which is why this thumbnail is very important. Our grown women grooming young ladies. I don't give a freak if you're talking to a lot of grown ladies and young ladies. The young ladies you're speaking to are taking your message and they're taking notes and they're acting on the notes they're taking based off of your 304 nature. Come on, guys. We don't complicate the common sense in the righteous fear. We don't do that.
List of all the places that I want to do it. If you're the bold type, can be a lot of fun. Also, maybe choose who you're hooking up with wisely. Maybe someone who doesn't live at home so that you don't have to take them home. Now, this will definitely not be the last time we talk about hoeing from home, but I would like to move on to bringing up the what are you into topic during the talking stage. Now, here's something to know for women who are too shy to bring it up. Some men will not bring it up because they want the woman to bring it up because they want to make sure that she's comfortable with that topic. So once you are comfortable talking about it, just bring it up. It's not a conversation you should shy away from having because why else are you talking to them? But here are some conversation starters. My personal favorite is like, you know what they say about ... Ones that I've used. You know what they say about Catholic school girls. You know what they say about girls with glasses. You know what they say about short girls. You get the point. Any guy will then be like, well, what do they say? Boom, you're talking about it. Another one for my bold ones, something that I've done, is I'll ask them if they've taken the BDSM test as a joke. And if they haven't, then I make them take it with me. It's honestly fucking hilarious. And it shows them that you're open.
Wait a second. Wait a second. You just did. Shout out to Zone TV in the building, by the way. Did she just say that? BDSM. BDSM. What the hell does that mean? BDSM. Chat. She just brought up, she just hit a bomb point. BDSM, bondage, discipline, sadism, and masochism, or whatever that shit say. So bondage. We know what bondage is. Disciplined. You willing to submit. Sadism is based. Yo, what's going on here? What's going on here? No, no, no. We don't. The BDSM is not just freaky. BDSM is extreme. It's not just freaky stuff, B Turner. BDSM is extreme. Let's get into it real quick. What the hell is the S stands for sadism? Let's look at the definition of sadism. The tendency to derive pleasure, especially sexual gratification, from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others. And B. Turner comes back and says the M for the BDSM stands for the enjoyment of pain. And then you call that freaky? I'm gonna call it something deeper. I'm gonna call it satanic. I'm gonna call it satanic.
You get the point. Any guy will then be like, well, what do they say? Boom, you're talking about it. Another one for my bold ones, something that I've done, is I'll ask them if they've taken the BDSM test as a joke. And if they haven't, then I make them take it with me. It's honestly fucking hilarious, and it shows them that you're open to trying new things. Other ways, ask them how they lost their virginity. Ask them where the weirdest place they've ever done it is. This probably won't be the last time we talk about the talking stage, but I would like to move on. Let's talk about talking stage scripts. First of all, I want to say whenever you're having these conversations, try to be as nonchalant and understanding as possible. You want to create a comfortable environment for this conversation. Also, don't bring up this conversation until you have a general idea of what you want. The first thing you can ask is, what kind of relationship are you looking for? You'll either get an actual answer or you'll just get a bullshit answer that they just kind of throw together. It doesn't matter because then they'll end up asking you, what are you looking for? And here's what you're going to say. I really like talking to you and I'd really like to move forward with this relationship. Personally, I'm just looking for enter relationship type here. And I just want to know what your thoughts are on that. I'm open to discussing it. Here's another one. I really like the way things are going between us and I just want to be on the same page as to what we both want. Ideally, I'd be looking for enter relationship type here, but I'm open to exploring other options. What are your thoughts? These conversations shouldn't be hard to have if you're both mature enough. And if they're not,
Just a side note, I want y'all to see how simple it is for these dumb bimbo type of women to date today. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like robots now, and you think it's like a slot machine. Yeah, like imagine you keep coming back to a slot machine, or imagine you keep coming back to a soda machine, and you keep paying and you keep paying, and you want your outcome, but the same thing. Bro, you ever went to the fair and you see all them quarters that get pushed back and forth, and you try to play that game and you want to hit the jackpot? Like that's how it is with these modern women today. They're like machines now. They're like machines. They're like slot machines. You got to come put a quarter in real quick, or whatever it costs, and then that's when you get an interaction. And then when you don't get the reaction you like, boom, you leave. But if you got enough money or you got enough resources, you're gonna keep playing until you get the interaction that you do like. It's kind of weird to deal with these modern women today. I want you to kind of hear this robot real
matter
quick.
because then they'll end up asking you, what are you looking for? And here's what you're going to say. I really like talking to you and I'd really like to move forward with this relationship. Personally, I'm just looking for enter relationship type here. And I just want to know what your thoughts are on that. I'm open to discussing it. Here's another one. I really like the way things are going between us and I just want to be on the same page as to what we both want. Ideally, I'd be looking for enter relationship type here, but I'm open to exploring other options. What are your thoughts? These conversations shouldn't be hard to have if you're both mature enough.
See what I'm saying? She's open to interrelationship, but she's open also to exploring other options. Shout out to the Bell in the building. Shout out to Mr. Goodbread in the building. We got two MVPs in the motherfucking Dean's office. What's going on, man? Like he said, man, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? OG said hit that like button, guys, subscription button, and also share this content, man. Make sure y'all tuned in. Make sure y'all tuned to FN.
And if they're not, you don't want them anyway. Also, another important thing about these conversations is if they say they're unsure of what they want, but you still want to talk to them, just tell them that it's okay. We can readdress this at a later date, but make sure you're readdressing it and you're not letting them lead you on. Now, that's all I have time for today. Next time on Slut University, we're going to be talking about dating apps for the alphabet mafia and what to do when you find yourself in a situationship. If you want to make sure you see those things, hit that follow button. Until next time, happy hoeing. Welcome back to Slut University. Class is now in session. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today we're talking about dating apps for the LGBTQ+, and what to do when you find yourself in a situationship. Now, let's start off strong with dating apps for the alphabet mafia. First off, I just want to say you have to be a lot more cautious with dating apps as a queer person than you do as a straight person. Not just for your physical safety, but for your emotional safety as well. There are a lot of people on queer dating apps that are on there like hunting for the LGBTQ to like physically harm them, or people who are just wanting to like experiment and don't actually say that.
And I want y'all to understand, like these Jezebel type of women, they advocate for everything, straight, gay, all that crap. Where you think it came from? So this is your slut university. That's what she calls herself. Welcome to Slut University. And all of a sudden, LGBTQ comes into play. What does that have to do with being slut? See, a lot of modern women want to redefine what a slut is today. A lot of modern women are the reasons why we have a lot of leftists. And some of the biggest leftists are people who accuse you of being sexist, which is a woman or a homosexual man or a homosexual woman or whatever the case may be. So now she's trying to advocate for them when it comes to being a quote unquote slut. That doesn't make any sense, guys. It doesn't make any sense. First Timothy chapter 2 and 12. Suffer a woman not to teach, but to learn in silence. This is what you get when you allow women to teach. It it puts your mind in a fucking hula hoop, and you don't know what the fuck to do at the case. You hear what I'm saying? XL Pro says, I'm sorry, Brian Turner, my bad, says her hygiene is probably trash. I guarantee it is. Good Breath says XL, of course. Professor says, be sure if you're curious, let me know so I can punch you in the ear nuts. That's some white boy stuff. I don't know what the fuck. That's the white boy stuff. I was in the BDSM community when I was a mess. Hey, hold on. Okay, so okay, all right, all right.
Are a lot of people on queer dating apps are on there like hunting for the LGBTQ to like physically harm them, or people who are just wanting to like experiment and don't actually say that. If you haven't already, please go watch my safety tips video. It's the first Slut University episode. So let's do a quick run through of dating apps for the LGBTQ. So there's Her for Women Love Women. It's strictly for gay women, so I would use that instead of like Tinder or Bumble or anything like that if you are a lesbian. There's Grinder for gay, bi, trans, and queer people. That one is very NSFW. That one is strictly for like hookups. Jesus. Anyways, there are a lot of bots on that one, and I've heard a lot of horror stories, so please be very, very careful with that one. As for what to put in your bio, especially if you're using like all of the dating apps, state your intentions in your bio. For example, I would put, I'm a bisexual cis female looking for.
Now, before I break down what the hell she just said, I want to read this. The bell say you need to get back on prime time number 21. B Turner fumbled the ball uh, on that one. Got to run back. No, for sure, man. The bell, the second one, I want to make sure it's on point, and I needed B Turner on that one. So believe me when I say this, man. Everything got to be handled in the right timing. And don't worry, man. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get right to it, cause that was very, very significant. As a matter of fact, y'all gonna hear from me tomorrow, man. Y'all gonna hear from me tomorrow. I promise y'all. The bell, don't spoil it. All right, don't spoil it. Do not spoil it, please. No, but I want to run this back. Let me hear what this dummy said again.
That instead of like Tinder or Bumble or anything like that if you are a lesbian. There's Grinder for gay, bi, trans, and queer people. That one is very NSFW. That one is strictly for like hookups. Jesus. Anyways, there are a lot of bots on that one, and I've heard a lot of horror stories, so please be very, very careful with that one. As for what to put in your bio, especially if you're using like all of the dating apps, state your intentions in your bio. For example, I would put, I'm a bisexual cis female looking for something casual. If you're not looking for a hookup, put no hookups in the bio. It'll scare away anybody who's looking to just experiment. If you're poly,
This
state
bitch
that. And
dumb
if
as
you
hell,
are
man. She's
experimenting,
dumb.
state that. There are definitely people
Very
out there
dumb.
who will be willing to let you experiment with them. Finally, when you match with somebody, FaceTime them before you meet them. I say this especially for queer dating apps because then you can vibe them out without having to put yourself at risk right away. Sometimes even when you're meeting them in public, things can go wrong. After the FaceTime, if you're comfortable enough, then I say meet them in public. Take it slow in the beginning because as I said, there's still a lot of hatred in the world against the LGBTQ, and obviously you want to avoid being the next horror story. This probably won't be the last time we talk about dating for the LGBTQ+. I want to move on to what to do if you find yourself in a situationship. Now, I've said this once, I've said it a million times. The only reason a situationship is a situation.
Hey, but I want y'all to know that she's giving advice to a lot of people, man. This dummy is giving advice to a lot of people. Not me. I don't take her advice, but the world does take her advice.
Is because one or both of you are avoiding having the what are we talk. Isn't a situationship if both of you are on the same page as to what the relationship is. If both of you are okay with doing whatever you're doing and seeing other people, you're in a non-monogamous relationship. Boom. All you have to do is be straight up with them. If you want a relationship, stop chasing after the person who doesn't want one with you and find someone who does. Sooner you accept that that person's just not that into you, the better. Stop compromising.
And that's teaching you how to monkey branch, ladies. Stop dealing with the dude that doesn't want you in a relationship and find someone that does. She ain't say anything about self improvement. A lot of ladies don't understand and realize some of the dudes, a lot of the dudes that you deal with, you know, they don't just say, I don't want to deal with you in a relationship because I am trash. Maybe you're the trash one. Maybe you might be the trash one, and that's why he don't want to deal with you. Maybe you might have came off as a hoe. This le- I could see by her mind state she's mediocre. Something's wrong with her. Shout out to my boy Killer Kawabo in the damn building. He says these modern women are terrible at giving relationship advice. Give them two, give them 3 to 5 minutes, and they let you know that. Give them 3 to 5 minutes. Let them talk for 3 to 5 minutes. See, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Let her, even if you were on, let's say you just get a girl number and you happen to get on the phone with her, you saw something, whatever. If she's talking, bro, and she end up talking for more than 45 seconds, she gonna keep it rolling, guys. Let her keep talking. If it go down to a minute and you done went past 3, 4 and yeah, damn, that's crazies. If you done went past 4, 5 of them, and let her keep talking. And if she talk past 3 minutes, the truth and the lie is gonna come out. On God. I'm not telling you no lie. The truth and the lie is going to come straight out.
If you want a relationship, stop chasing after the person who doesn't want one with you and find someone who does. Sooner you accept that that person's just not that into you, the better. Stop compromising. All that does is get you hurt. You can understand the fear of rejection because most people, when faced with the idea of being rejected, put it back onto themselves and think, what's wrong with me? The answer is nothing. Unfortunately, that person just doesn't see or doesn't want to see your specialness. That's not your fault. You could vibe with someone so well, and they could still not want a relationship with you. And that has more to do with them than it does with you. Now, that is all I have time for today. Next time on Slut University, we're going to do Building Confidence in the Bedroom Part 2 and Risk.
No, man, and that's bad advice. If you vibe so good, quote, because you feel like you vibing with this person so good, you giving them your all, and they ain't reciprocating the energy. They ain't got that don't have nothing to do with them. That has everything to do with you. You just wasted your energy. You poured into their cup, and their cup already had water in it. So now they're just securing their bag while you're not securing your bag. I want y'all to get out of these mind states that these First Timothy chapter 2 females try to give y'all. That was bad advice. No, ain't nothing wrong with that person. Something wrong with you that you willing to pour in somebody's cup and they not willing to pour in yours, but you still willing to pour in their cup after your cup is almost less than half empty.
Picks Part 2. If you want to make sure you see those things, hit that follow button. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a class, follow my Instagram. Until next time, and happy hoeing. Welcome back to Slut University. If you're new here, I'm Karma, your professor. Today, we're going to be talking about how to set boundaries, how to have the STD talk, and since so many people were confused by it the last time, I'm going to talk about the 3-week exit. Also, just so you're all aware, I'm going to be uploading every single Slut U class to my Instagram because one of them was taken down, and if that happens in the future, I'm not going to re-upload it because I don't want to piss off the TikTok gods. If you want to make sure you don't miss a class, you can find them there underneath my IGTV. Now let's
You're a
begin with how
dummy,
to set some
guys.
boundaries.
You're a
Now, when you're
dummy.
talking to someone, it's always better to set your boundaries earlier rather than later, but it is never too late to have that talk. But before you do have that talk, make sure you have your non-negotiables already figured out. If you're unsure of what your non-negotiables should be, first figure out what kind of casual relationship that you want, whether it be friends with benefits, polyamorous, etc., etc. Here are some of
Friends with benefits or polyamorous. A woman today in 2022 who claims friends with benefits is in a polyamorous relationship. See, polygamy is a relationship with a man that has multiple women or multiple wives. Polyamorous is a partner that is willing, and it's mostly in the case of a woman, that is willing to have multiple husbands. You know what? Because I was going to go deeper, but I want to go to the Google definition or whatever definition y'all want to go to. But let's look at definition of polyamory real quick. The practice of engaging in multiple romantic and typically sexual, that was in parentheses, relationships with the consent of all the people involved. So basically, polyamory is basically a thing where it does, any gender can do it. So a woman or a man can be polyamorous. Okay. So when she says friends with benefits, it's equivalent to a polyamorous relationship. Oh yeah, we friends, but we fucking. You can say that to 10, 5 to 10 dudes. And then she says, oh, either we friends with benefits or we're in a polyamorous. Ain't baby girl, stop trying to interchange it. Because for a woman, it's kind of by default a polyamorous. Let's debate that. If you got a problem with it, let's debate it.
rather than later. But it is never too late to have that talk. But before you do have that talk, make sure you have your non-negotiables already figured out. If you're unsure of what your non-negotiables should be, first figure out what kind of casual relationship that you want, whether it be friends with benefits, polyamorous, etc., etc. Here are some of my non-negotiables, and maybe that'll give you a better idea as to what you want yours to be. Number 1, no physical intimacy outside of the bedroom. Number 2, no personal favors. What that means is I'm not gonna help you move, I'm not gonna babysit your cat if you're out of town, shit like that. Number 3, no mixing of personal lives, which means I'm not gonna introduce you to my friends, you're never gonna meet my family. This relationship is strictly between us. Now remember, when you're setting boundaries, that it is okay to change your mind later and renegotiate the terms of the relationship. Make sure that
Now, mind you, guys, this is a good deal for me as a man. Like, if you're gonna do this with me as a competent man, as like myself that knows how to read women, if she want to do that with me, she just want to have sex with me, no intimacy, no, we don't have no connections, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna already put her in a category. So if she's doing this with me, a man like myself, oh, good deal. I'm gonna sign this contract real quick, easy, because I benefit at the end of the day, right? But she's speaking on y'all simps right now. She's speaking on y'all simps, and I'm gonna run it back real quick just so I can give y'all a little extensive breakdown on what I'm trying to say.
etc., etc. Here are some of my non-negotiables, and maybe that'll give you a better idea as to what you want yours to be. Number 1,
This is some of her non-negotiables, so that's the first red flag right there. When we don't the things that women say, I don't want this and I don't want that. No, 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 no. You don't come into my world and tell me you have non-negotiables. You don't do that. I have non-negotiables, not you. And your non-negotiables come with your value. If you don't have value in front of those quote non-negotiables, then you can't even come to my table. You can't even come at me. So what she's saying right now is only for these weak simps that she's dealing with. Let's continue.
1, no physical intimacy outside of the bedroom. Number 2, no personal favors. What that means is I'm not
No physical intimacy outside of the bedroom. I don't have a problem with that, but what I see out of that is she's giving these rules to people who she, like, a woman wants to be known and seen by a man she desires. She doesn't care about physical intimacy outside or inside of the bedroom. But if she's giving these rules out, then she's only speaking to these weak dudes. That gives her the reasoning to actually speak online to do that. She's not speaking to you, confident man. She's not speaking to you, competent man. She ain't speaking to you, alpha sigma male. She's not speaking to you, working class man who knows his worth and who actually has experience with women. She's dealing and speaking to the guys that actually gave her that validation. That's bull crap. That's bull crap. You heard me? Did you hear me? Good breath says no cap. Shorty look like she defrosting. Look at her lips. Look like wig wearing diva. You know what I'm saying? Like and she looked like she aging. She looked like she's getting older, and now she's trying to teach the younger 304s. And why her fingers are so fat. Good breath. Stop. No cap. Her fingers so like. What's going on with her fingers? Like she can't take them rings off them shits. Like what's going on, man? What's going on? Let's hear what she got to say again, man.
etc., etc. Here are some of my non-negotiables, and maybe that'll give you a better idea as to what you want yours to be. Number one, no physical intimacy outside of the bedroom. Number two, no personal favors. What that means is I'm not gonna help you move. I'm not gonna babysit your cat if you're out of town. Shit like that. Number three, no make.
I'm not gonna help you move. I am not gonna babysit your cat if you're out of town. Non-virtuous woman, guys. Did I make it up? No, I did not. Recreational use only. She ain't there to help you out. But what I'm saying is she's not speaking to that competent man that she's actually going to deal with. She because virtuous women don't come online talking about these competent men unless they lock down. The fact that she ain't locked down and the fact that she understands, I know it because I understand female nature. She understands that a real man that she desires and respects, she wouldn't even be online talking about unless she had a ring on her finger. I know she's only speaking for the weak men that she's dealt with. She's probably speaking on one, maybe two men that probably had it, but they fucking shitted on her because of her nature. Listen to how she speaks. Look at how she dresses. Look at her lipstick. The chat going dumb on her. Steak fingers. Like she looked like fucking Storm off of X-Men, like with that gray hair. Like what the fuck is she got going on? Halloween was what 2 months ago? Why the fuck she look like she what's going on? And she got this little piece painting in the background letting you know that she might be one of these yoni goddesses that act like, oh, I'm peaceful, I'm spiritual. She got these glasses on and shit like that, and she got all that makeup on her. She not fooling me, yo. This bitch ain't fooling me. You called it out, zone. Steak fingers, like she done put her hand on the fucking flat surface of a grill or something. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen. Hey, she ain't done, bro. She got so much rhetoric, guys.
Mixing of personal lives, which means I'm not going to introduce you to my friends. You're never going to meet my family. This relationship is strictly between us. Now, remember when you're setting boundaries that it is okay to change your mind later and renegotiate the terms of the relationship. Make sure that you listen to what they need. It's okay to say no and walk away at any time, but you also have to be prepared for them to say no and walk away. This will not be the last time we talk about boundaries, but I would like to move on to having the STD talk. Now, full transparency, I don't often ask this question if I'm just hooking up with someone one time, but if that's what you need to do to make yourself feel safe, then definitely do it. It's better to just simply ask instead of beating around the bush. Just come out and be like, have you ever had an STD? And see what happens. If you're not that bold, you can also say, hey, this is hard for me to talk about, but I think it's.
I'm gonna keep it real. That ain't got nothing to do with being a slut. That ain't got nothing to do with slut school and nothing like that. Shout out to Goodbra. He says this dumb. This dumb. I thought this was slut school. How she not teaching these 304 how to ride? This ain't slut school. This is I'm a slut, but I'm gonna try to teach you how to be virtuous in my slut way school. So she wanna be virtuous in her teachings, but she can't help but be slut in her ways. So, like most modern women, they try to merge their slut ways with reality. Oh, we in a new day and age. Good Bread just had a fucking post of a modern woman saying, "What's wrong with sex workers? They think being a slut is normal today, and they try to normalize it." That's why she said it's slut school because she thought it was normalized. Slut teach us how to, like he said, man. Like he said.
It's very important. Definitely do it. It's better to just simply ask instead of beating around the bush. Just come out and be like, have you ever had an STD? And see what happens. If you're not that bold, you can also say, hey, this is hard for me to talk about, but I think it's very important. When was the last time you were tested? Here's another one. Just so you're aware, I got tested for an STD X amount of time ago. I didn't have anything. When was the last time you were tested? Here's something very important. Sometimes they could say no and you could still end up with an STD. It's important not to place blame. Most people wouldn't knowingly infect somebody. Just hit them up, let them know, and then go get it treated. Now, I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk about the STD conversation, but I would like to move on to the 3-week exit. You may be.
And she sounded like she had one. Oh, just move on, just go get it treated. She sounded like she had one. You know the stats. Most women have STDs, and they're the ones passing it around. I'm just saying.
Be familiar with the show, people wouldn't knowingly infect somebody. Just hit them up, let them know, and then go get it treated. Now, I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk about the STD conversation, but I would like to move on to the 3-week exit. You may be familiar with the show How I Met Your Mother, specifically the character Barney Stinson. He has this theory called the freeway theory, where relationships are like a freeway, and like a freeway, it has exits. There's the one night, aka the one night stand, 3 weeks, aka the talking stage, and 3 months, aka the honeymoon phase. This rule, personally, I only think works if you're looking for a casual relationship. If you're looking for something more, the talking stage can last up to 5 to 6 weeks. No talking stage should go longer than 3 months. If y'all are talking for longer than 3
And nowadays, how many women are looking for more? Huh? How many videos do you see of men that's been with a woman for 1, 3, 5 years? They get on their knees and the woman just not ready for it because she's still young. And y'all women ain't ready for it. Y'all the ones that preach until I'm 35, I'm gonna live my life, and then I'm gonna be ready when I'm 30 to 35. That applies to you ladies. What are you teaching these sluts, ma'am? What are you teaching them? I don't understand what they spew out and they think that they teaching somebody. Guys, I'm here to teach the whole stage. It's called the whole stage, a whole phase part 8. I'm here to show y'all how these 304s think. Okay? They don't just think like your hoe that you think you see on a day-to-day basis. Oh, this is bitches in my neighborhood. I know she sucked 10 niggas up around my neighborhood. I'm talking about the girl that you pursuing. I'm talking about the girl that you simp for. I'm talking about the girl that you work with and shit like that. You think that's your work girlfriend and shit like that. She's a hoe. I'm trying to show y'all guys how they think. Go through my whole stage part 1 through whole phase part 8 tomorrow, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not done.
exits. There's the one night, aka the one night stand, 3 weeks, aka the talking stage, and 3 months, aka the honeymoon phase. This rule, personally, I only think works if you're looking for a casual relationship. If you're looking for something more, the talking stage can last up to 5 to 6 weeks. No talking stage should go longer than 3 months. If y'all are talking for longer than 3 months and you have not figured out what you are, is because one of you or both of you is playing relationship chicken. Get out of the talking stage, you don't have to label it. It's just establishing that you do indeed like each other and you are in fact.
Fam, I'm gonna tell y'all this from experience. I simps. I'm gonna need y'all to buckle y'all seatbelts if you a simp. I'm gonna need you to buckle your seatbelt if you don't have experience with women here. It don't take a woman 3 days. You know what? Let me not be too crazy. I ain't finna be too harsh on y'all. It don't take a woman a week to be locked in on you if you know what I'm saying, if she really feeling you like that. First Timothy chapter 2 and 12, I suffer a woman not to teach. Do not let her let you know when she feeling you. A woman that feels you shows you it immediately. You heard me? She can't leave you alone. Women deal emotionally. They deal illogically. Let me 3 minutes, right? You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to be nice. You feel me? Good record. You know, we got a lot of people that's gonna look at me like, God damn, like you should go. Okay, I'm talking about 3 days. What? 3 minutes? A bitch told you she loved you in 3 minutes? This bitch was willing to call you the next day and do all this and all that for you? Because yeah. When a female really feeling you, ain't no time limit on that, man. Stop. Don't let these bitches tell you what the fuck going on.
AKA the honeymoon phase. This rule, personally, I only think works if you're looking for a casual relationship. If you're looking for something more, the talking stage can last up to 5 to 6 weeks. No talking stage should go longer than 3 months. If y'all are talking for longer than 3 months and you have not figured out what you are, is because one of you or both of you is playing relationship chicken. Get out of the talking stage, you don't have to label it. It's just establishing that you do indeed like each other and you are in fact going to pursue something, you just don't know what it is yet. If you have any further questions on that, leave it in the comments below. And that is all I have time for today. Next time on Slut University, it's a very special class. I'm going to be talking about the art of the risky pick. I also may touch on the gag reflex thing. We'll see. If you want to make sure you see those things, hit that follow button. Welcome to the
What
Group
a
Cap SC and
side.
happy hoeing. Welcome back to Slut University. Class is now in session. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today we're going to be talking about the art of the risky pick. That's how I'm going to be referring to them so that this doesn't get taken down. Anyways, the first thing I want to say though is you do not have to take them or send them to be a good hoe. I know plenty of people who don't send risky pics. And personally, I take them more for myself than I do for the person I'm sending them to. I love taking them. I'm an artsy bitch. It makes me feel confident and sexy to see myself that way. So I'm going to give you some tips though on how to take good ones. At the end of this video,
Now she's trying to make it seem like it's like nice and innocent and sexy, but when it Slut University, you were right, good Brad. Slut University, risky pics, risky pictures. And what do you mean by risky, young lady? What do you mean by that? What she means is show a little skin. What they grandmama taught them, what they hell of a mother taught them, huh? What they hell of a mother taught them, right?
No paper, no phone, no texting, no writing, nobody telling me what to say. This from the brain, from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get.
No guidance, huh? Let's run it back.
Video, I'm going to put 2 pictures of poses that you can do for mirror selfies. So first things first, if you are going to send risky pics, watermark your photo. I'm a basic bitch. I just number mine. One of my friends puts like the name of the person she's sending it to somewhere in the picture. Now, I've never had my stuff leaked, but just in case, you're going to want to do it. Now, for your necessities, for the love of God, self-timer is your best friend. There's only so many selfies you can take. It opens up a whole new avenue of risky pics. Ice cubes makes them hard, makes them stand out more. Maybe invest in some baby oil. Also, if you're able to catch my kitty pic tutorial before it got taken down, you know the importance of lube. It really helps if your kitty ain't cooperating. It makes you look like a waterfall. This one's for everyone, okay? Videos, gifts, boomerangs, way better than pics. Some handy tips. Follow boudoir photographers. I follow the boudoir tag on Instagram and I get so
This bitch talking crazy right now. What the fuck are you talking about, ho? You wasting my time on this one. Let's go to the next one.
and how to approach the what are you into topic during the talking stage. And if I have time, I'll throw in some scripts for getting out of the talking stage. Now, as promised, here is a mirror pose. For this one, you're going to set your camera up behind you. It's slightly angled up. You're practicing the rule of thirds here. Lean slightly forward and arch your back upwards. Camera your best saucy eyes. Here's another variation for my people into partials. If you have long hair, you can use it to cover your chest. That arm to cover your cooch. Look in the mirror like you're kind of having an existential crisis, but make it sexy. Just remember, it's all.
And she's teaching the young ladies how to do it. Remember in the beginning, this is a slut school, and she's teaching you how to hoe from home, not your home, just from home though. Pillows behind the bedboard so that you don't hear the parents don't hear the smashing, or maybe going in his car and going to a park and getting smashed, or shit like that, taking his shoes to your room so whenever they're checking around they don't see nobody's shoes at their front door. Come on, man.
All about feeling yourself. I hope this helped you, babes. And until next time, happy hoeing. Hello and welcome back to Slut University. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor. And today we're going to be talking about condoms and ways to make sex better. Now let's start off strong with condoms. Now I have talked about them before, but not in Slut University, so I feel like it's a good thing to go over.
So she gonna talk about condoms. We gonna get into it, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna open the panel. We've been here for about 54 minutes. Man, slide off in this shit, man. Slide off in this shit. I want to hear from some of you guys. The link is in the chat. You guys click that link if y'all want to come on in. It's an open panel tonight, but we ain't done yet though. I promise you we not done yet.
So let's talk sizes. If you're unfamiliar, there's snug, regular, and large fit. Now, sizes do vary by manufacturer, but here's the basics of like what size fits what. Now, if you're like me, I carry all 3 sizes just in case. But if
Damn, she teaching. God damn, she teaching you to keep condoms for multiple men. She keeps all three sizes in case she meets this guy, that guy, or that guy. In case she's dealing with this guy, that guy, or that guy. This is your slut university, guys. I wonder how long this university gonna stand. I wonder who gonna sponsor this university. It ain't gonna be me, because I'm a part of the righteous fear. I ain't part of this, and the righteous fear don't condone this.
If you're unsure, then just buy regular fit. I've honestly never gone wrong with those ones. Now let's move on to the materials. There's your standard latex, which everyone pretty much uses. I don't though, and here's why. It is thin, flexible, and a good barrier against sperm bacteria and viruses, but latex is bad at transferring heat, therefore it can take away from that pleasurable sensation. Also, with latex, you should avoid using oil-based lubricants because oil breaks down latex, so water-based. It is polyurethane.
And guess what? That's why condoms were made for ladies, guys, because they didn't want to get pregnant. Of course, some incompetent men, but just think about it. These ladies would. This is what we living like, and we here. I'm not mad at it. I'm not sad at it. I'm not glad at it, but I'm just telling you about it. I ain't here to give you advice. I'm just here to give you life. So she don't like the latex. She's trying to teach you what kind of condom. Man, she gonna take the condom off and she gonna fuck raw. Stop playing. Let's keep it real, man. They gonna have sex raw. These women are having sex raw. Most of these women are getting pregnant. Why do you think they you know what I'm saying, they almost pull their fucking hair out when Roe v. Wade got overturned? That mean they gotta be responsible with their coochie now. Gilbert said, "You a whole dummy if you ever use a condom give to you by a woman." Man, I swear to God, two. I think I could count on if I break two of my fingers right now, and I only got three fingers left. I could count on all my fingers how many females I let tell me or let give me a condom, and I took them serious after that. You got a condom in your purse? Oh yeah, okay, boom. I'm gonna use it, but I ain't gonna trust you. You a whole dummy if you ever use a condom give to you by a fucking woman. And when I say I'm gonna use it, I'm not trying to say I'm gonna practice it, but I done did it before. I ain't gonna lie to you, good Brad. I'm a victim of it. I'm a victim of it. We keep it real on this side, man. I'm a victim of it. I didn't have a condom, and a woman said, "Oh, I got one," because I ain't want to fuck her, but she said she had a condom, and boom, I grabbed the condom she did, or she had, and I had sex with her. I done did it before. Best believe I checked it though, made sure wasn't no hoes poked in, and best believe I was younger than 21. Best believe I was in my teens when I did that. I'm a grown man. I ain't dumb. I ain't stupid. I was, but I ain't no more.
It's a plastic material, it's thinner than latex, and it's better at transferring heat, and it protects from HIV and STIs. The only downside is that it is less flexible and it is more fragile than latex. Now, the ones that I buy are polyisoprene. It's very similar to latex, but it lacks the proteins to cause an allergic reaction. It's thicker than polyurethane, but it feels the most like skin. I started buying them because I got a guy who told me that he had a latex allergy, and I had a guy who told me that latex just doesn't feel as good. So I started buying these. There's also lambskin, but they're literally shaped like a lambskin. Now let's move on to how to make the devil's tango better. First of all, women, don't wear cotton undies right before you go at it because cotton traps lint, and
She talks fast. She talks fast, and I don't want y'all to. And that's a part of womanese. I hope y'all know that when a bitch talk fast, number one, she's usually a thought. Women that talk fast like herself is either a thought or just are very good at statistics, or they have a father or a business or some shit like that. But that's a minority. Women that talk like her that just speak fast as shit like that, yeah, usually promiscuous. But we got B Turner, Brian Turner in the motherfucking building. What's going on, my boy?
Thanks for having me on, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Just breaking down this little 304 real quick. She's out here trying to. I guess she has a slut university on Twitter or whatever social site she got, and she this is her teachings.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get straight to the point. Um, First off, thank you for bringing me on, bro. It's always good to talk to y'all. Y'all become a really good circle for me and all that. But I could easily go on her, but let me just talk to the young fellows real quick. I don't know how many young fellows in the chat, but let me just talk to y'all from an older brother's perspective. If you're over the age of 24 or 25 and you're still getting played by females who like females like this who make it well known they're not trying to be under your program, there's something wrong. So we're gonna go back to the red flags we talked about earlier. Okay, already she's making it well known by the way she dresses. Forget about what they say and watch what they do. You got too many dudes in modern society who they pay way too much attention to what women say, too much attention about what women think. It's about what they do. And that's not to say women aren't smart. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm trying to say is this: a lot of dudes in our society get themselves played because, plain and simple, they care too much about what other people think and what other people are saying instead of what they're doing, and working on yourself to where you don't fall for easy traps all the time.
It's a
I hope I
fact.
made sense.
You didn't only make sense, you made dollars. You made
you
dollars.
know. And I'm
Yeah.
looking at this chick right here. Yeah, racially ambiguous. She fits the profile of what a lot of dudes from where me and you are from
Right.
from the hood. She fits the profile of what a lot of us would consider more attractive. Not
Yeah.
saying dark skinned women can't be beautiful because they are, but chicks like her tend to stand out because they look different than the women we typically grew up with.
Right. Right.
Those are probably contacts she's wearing, but I'm just assuming this is a racially ambiguous female. Probably came from probably a broken family because you don't see too many married interracial couples like that, especially down south. Most of the time, they just have kids together. And
Man,
on
look.
top of that, what?
No, look. She changed. Look at her hair now. We first she was Storm. Now she got the little red hair. Like
Scarlet Witch, yeah, Scarlet Witch.
now
You
she's
know,
Scarlet Witch. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, she don't
let
know
me
who she is. And let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you a
hold
question.
on. Hold that thought real quick. I want to introduce my big bro in the building, Mr. Goodbread. What's happening, boy?
What's goody, Sloop, fellas, yo? What's good? What's good, yo?
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what time it is. Hold on. Hey, B Turner, man. First off, we gotta do that motherfucking Deion Sanders.
I was thinking it was gonna be after this one. I'm ready.
No, no. The thing is, Goodbread, he's doing something after this, and I have to put that to a little bit later. But that no, B Turner, we gotta really plan that one out, man. We gotta really give it to the folks, man.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah, we gotta give it to them because I was ready, but I feel like you know what, man. First of all, Goodbread, I called him earlier, and I want Goodbread on that panel too. We really got to show the folks what the hell we talking about when it comes to this Deion Sanders situation and what we've been talking about the whole time. But besides that, in between time, Goodbread, talk to us, man. What's going on, bro? You just jumped in. What you got on your mind, bro?
It's crazy, bro. It's a classic example of low level hoeing. Like these chicks, they want to be hoes because they naturally they ain't never got it in them. Like they ain't none of these bitches is bold enough to really be a hoe. You know what I mean? You remember back in the days, we had that one prostitute chick, we had that one tramp on the block, right?
Right.
And then all the other girls would bash her and shame her and stuff like that until we started to get more popular with it, and then all the girls wanted to be that. So now you got the quiet girls that sit there and look, and they think that these girls is winning. So in actuality, they just want to pretend that they're them, but they ain't got the backbone like these chicks. And this one right here in the video, she seems like that. Like she don't know. She just want to talk. A lot of them just talk to hear they self talk.
She
Like
just wants
real talk.
friends.
No cap. Like, and I'm like, it's so crazy how y'all say it like that. Like, look at the characteristics of these hoes. Like, and I want to point this out, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these 304s have different characteristics, but a lot of these men try to paint all 304s as the same because they don't understand these 304s. You see what I'm saying?
Great point. Okay, that's why I said like. I mean, and then start with the fact that guys take these women too serious.
Hmm.
Like
There
guys
you
care
go, good
way too
bread. There
much.
you go.
Guys
I
be
said the
caring
same.
way
I
too
said
much
the
about
same
these.
thing.
and that and in that right, you give her the power. You don't give her the complete power like nothing in a, or you know what I mean, simping for. But
Mm-hmm.
you initiate or the exchange of power. You know what I mean, and that go with validation, guys. You got to learn how to. You could validate a female without actually validating the female, and you didn't got to validate her as often, man. But that giving the power is important, yo. But guys have given these women power. That's why when you get with them, you know what I mean. It's like they already have a taste of that
Mm-hmm.
power.
Yep.
Then they not they. God said He prohibited anybody giving the power to the woman because of that
Right.
reason right there. You
Right.
put power in the wrong hands, and people usually earn their death.
And good bread, like what you did real quick. I love what you just said because it kind of segued into a thought that just said, like a woman is almost like a you know, she is the result of a painting. And what is the result of a painting, guys? Can I ask y'all that real quick?
A picture,
Okay, let me ask you that, good bread. What is the result of a painting?
art.
All
Oh,
right,
excuse
right.
me.
It's a
All right,
masterpiece. A masterpiece.
right. But what I could say is that blank sheet, right, is what you can get the results out of. So let's say you got a white sheet of you a painter and you got a fresh white sheet of paper and you doing your best and you got your little skill and you doing what you need to do to put that art on that paper. You got that shot. It's almost like the burden is on you as an artist to put that paint on there to make sure that picture is on point. But also that paper better be blank, i- if y'all get what I'm saying, because if it's already, if you got drawings and colors on it, the artist is not gonna look at it like I can work with this. The artist is gonna say, you know what, I don't want to work with this. Give me a blank sheet of paper so I can put my art in it, whether he makes mistakes or not. Do y'all get where I'm coming from?
I do.
I get what you're saying.
Right. So
Going back to what Good Brett said before, basically, and also saying what you're saying, basically, what you have is a situation where all these women have so much baggage to the point where basically you have dudes who are qualified who are having trouble getting women, not because they can't, but because
there
there's
you go.
no, because basically, like what Good Bread is saying, you gave power to a bunch of women who don't even know themselves yet. You have a bunch of women in modern society who don't know who they are. They've been through so many phases in life. Do you know that we're in a society where you could be a dude who gets bodies? You could like even dudes who get bodies don't get as many bodies as some of these women do. Do you know there's probably women who have more female bodies than men?
That was well said.
So what we're seeing is you have dudes with master's degrees who are getting curved by females with just associate degrees. Not because the guy may not have no game, not because the guy might be lame. But you do have that case, and if you are like that, I should just get at Mr. Goodbread because Mr. Goodbread he can get that shit out you. But anyways, shout out to my dude by the way. But
Salute,
That
if
bro,
was
bro.
well said. Well
but
said.
I'm just saying I don't call people lame because I'm not a name caller. But if you're somebody who struggles socially, for one, go to counseling, and then two, I would say talk to people more. But you have a lot of guys who, I mean, not everybody's gonna be the best well dressed. Not everybody's gonna be somebody who's the best at talking. If you're a guy who actually has great qualities and you're still struggling with women, that says more about the society than it says about you.
Right.
We have a lot of dudes in the society who have been single and they get sex, but they can't get relationship because
Okay. Me,
they get
me,
sex, huh?
no. I didn't even mean to cut you off, but it's like I was trying to segue your last point. Well, finish out what you were just saying.
Basically what I'm trying to say is not to put the blame on women, of course, because the blame can be distributed on both sides. I think there's a lot of men who contribute to the problem and a lot of women who contribute to the
Okay.
problem. But the
Okay.
problem is this: you have way too many qualified men out here for women to be saying they're hoeing this bad. I don't think there's a shortage of qualified men like a lot of these women are trying to say. I think it's a situation where a lot of these women they want their cake and they want to eat it too. And I think that a lot of women aren't very compatible with the guy who has their stuff together. That's why you'll have two people who are college graduates, a male and a female, and the female she can't even date another college graduate. Like it's. I hope I'm not
Yo,
babbling. I hope I'm not babbling.
yo,
By the way,
Eternal, you is a goat, man. Keep talking, bro. Like, no,
no, me and Mr. Goodbread talk every single
you
day.
is a goat
We
right
talk.
now.
Don't we, Mr. Goodbread? We talk. We talk a
That's a
lot.
fact. That's a fact.
And I was telling him, I said I go to an HBCU. I go to the mecca of Black society, HBCUs. Right. I go to Southern University in Baton Rouge, and I can tell you, I'm on campus, and a lot of these dudes, like, I wouldn't think they would struggle dating, but a lot of these guys is like, it's like, I don't think there's been a better society. There's been a better time to be a man in this society because besides you being educated, you can get into shape, you can get a really good job. But even these guys struggle dating. Why? Because a lot of these women have just they're just not very compatible with a successful guy like that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And we gotta understand, they they skip out on the educational part that it takes to become a teammate, a helpmeet. They're so
Mm,
fixated on doing the opposite of what they were sent down here to do, which is they want to be independent. So now, if they focused in on a task, which was to be a helpmeet, I'm sure the mothers will be teaching these women how to be a helpmeet. And when God say He prohibit them to teach, He prohibit them to teach by way of telling people what to do and saying stuff and then ruling over man. You know what I mean? When He say that, He's saying women's supposed to teach through actions, bro. They supposed to be doing virtuous things, and the kids look up to the mom, so then they end up inheriting those actions. You know what I mean? So again, we got men skipping the hard work, skipping the self improvement, trying to get a good
absolutely.
result,
Hmm.
and we got women skipping skipping out the self improvement, trying to get good result. And that's really where the gender war lies. The gender war lies where hell of a mother raised kids, bro. You know what I mean? You got the prostitute women mad that they can't trick good dudes, high value dudes, dudes that critically think for themselves like us, because we're the prize. A critical thinker is the prize in a society that is ruled by a herd mindset. You know what I mean? Because we're gonna be able to navigate and direct any spirit the right way because we not manipulated. So you know what I mean? It's not about money. It's not about looks. It's about knowledge. It's about the knowledge and the belief. I mean, to believe in yourself and believing in a higher power. I really
That's what it's
stand on
really
that.
about. That's what it's really. Yeah, but man, look. Let me. Okay, I don't want to get all personal on y'all niggas rocking in, but shit. But let me tell y'all something, man.
Hold
I'm
on,
a
hold on.
firm. Oh,
Be turning. Hold the thought. Let's get back into it real quick. We gonna give a little bit and we gonna come right back in. I promise you.
take your time.
It's gonna be lit. I got you, all right?
Take your time.
Yes, sir.
First of all, women, don't wear cotton undies right before you go at it because cotton traps lint, and let's avoid that embarrassment. Drink cranberry juice for health, and it helps make you taste a little bit sweeter. Remember, women,
Water.
literally you eat.
And I thought it was gonna I thought it was gonna take me by like a minute to cranberry juice.
Let's move on to how to make the devil's tango better. First of all, women, don't wear cotton undies right before you go at it because cotton traps lint, and let's avoid that embarrassment. Drink cranberry juice for health, and it helps make you taste a little bit sweeter. Remember, women, literally anything you eat or drink can affect the way your coochie smells, tastes, all of that. Cranberry juice is like the equivalent of pineapple juice for dudes. Fish oil, it reduces inflammation and
Stop it. She's accurate,
I
guys.
stopped I stopped it immediately right there. Hold on. You said that, good bread?
Yeah, yeah. She accurate. You gotta understand. Ocean spray cranberry juice. Not any old cranberry juice. Don't be cheap. Ocean spray cranberry juice is good for your kidneys and it flushes your system. And it's good for your urinary tract. You know what
What
I
the
mean?
fuck? What the hell is that? What you mean? What you
Cranberry
talking
juice.
about?
Cranberry juice. When you're a smoker and you're trying to pass a test, they
Yeah, I
recommend
know
that you
that.
drink the yeah. I mean that, and that's what that is. That's all she's doing. Like she's tapping into her urinary tract infections and shit. That's what the
Ba-
doctor
ba-
told her. So now they
Basically,
go.
when you're doing something derogatory, you just using something on top of that. So but she said something about pH.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most. That is the most quality information she can give a hoe. I mean, this is Slut University. She said, and I give her credit.
I'm
That
a,
was a
I'm a,
good piece of information.
I'm gonna run her back. Let me run this bitch back, bro. Like
So
I
y'all,
got,
I'm at the gym. I'm gonna hit y'all back in like 20, 30 minutes. Let me go get my workout in, and then I'm gonna hit y'all right back on the live if y'all still on.
of course, brother. Be
Hey, y'all
safe,
be
man.
safe, man. Thank you.
Hey, man. Hey, stay on your purpose.
Thank you.
It, let's get back to a good bread.
How to make the devil's tango better. First of all, women, don't wear cotton undies right before you go at it because cotton traps lint and, let's avoid that embarrassment. Drink cranberry juice for health and it helps make you taste a little bit sweeter. Remember, women, literally anything you eat or drink can affect the way your coochie smells, tastes, all of that. Cranberry juice is like the equivalent of pineapple juice for dudes. Fish oil, it reduces inflammation and boosts testosterone, which is your horny hormone. And it opens up your blood vessels down there so that you're a little bit more sensitive. You can take fish oil supplements, just eat more fish, anything like that. I will never not say this, but please use that one water-based thing that is like, it's like a liquid.
I ain't gonna lie to you, good bread. This is probably the best advice this little 304 we done gave tonight.
It is. You know what I mean, it's some
Like no
sneaky,
cap.
stingy, mingy drink. Like if you really want to do, just don't be busting it open and take showers. You
She's
know what I
saying
mean?
some good shit right now, and
Yeah,
and
for a
and,
hoe,
and, and
for
it'll
any,
get somebody right.
yeah, for a female that is nasty. This is just nasty recovery right here. This is nasty recovery right here. But for a normal chick that's just living her life. You know what I mean? Not busting it open for random type of niggas. All you gotta do, man, is eat, sleep good, drink water. You know what I mean? And you're all right, bro. You ain't gotta do all this extra stupid shit. See what I mean? This is the thing. Instead of living right, this is why poor people stay poor. Cause they do all this stupid shit instead of just doing the right thing, which costs less
Hmm.
and takes less time. They go all about this, doing all of this shit, wasting all that time for nothing.
For nothing, guys. And we truth for proof.
Facts.
Truth for proof.
Right. I mean, it's the entertainment though, because you get a bunch of girls under in her chat in her comments talking about yeah, sis preach because it's shit that they
Yes.
want to hear. Everybody's so fucking bitchified now. Everybody's so sensitive, so feminized and emasculated that all you want to hear is good, sweet nothings.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? The Kool-Aid.
That's why we keep bringing them up. Go ahead, get in their DMs, but we gonna keep it real with y'all today.
Use that one water-based thing that is like, it's like a liquid. Yeah, it goes down there. I can't say it. Do Kegels, okay? They can make your climax better and more intense. When you're in the act, breathe. People don't realize how important steady breathing is during it. Trust me, it helps. If you're in missionary, put a pillow underneath your butt or lower back. If you're lying down on your stomach, put a pillow underneath your abdomen. And finally, know that you're entitled to good sex. Don't focus so hard on the end result and focus on the journey. You don't have to climax for it to be considered good sex. It does help, but it's not necessary. Anyway, that's all I have time for today.
Good bread. Talk to me, man. Like you gotta let me know what's going on with that, because it seemed like what she just said was number one, fulfill yourself. Like it don't matter if the dude got good D or not. Whatever she said, fulfill yourself. And then like, I don't know what she. I ain't gonna lie to you, good bro. You gotta tell me what you thinking about this one, man.
Like I said, yo, this is a amateur. This is an amateur whore right here, bro. Amateur whore. She's going off of the one or two experiences she had, you know what I mean, with a guy, and that's what she's based in her theory of. So she's gonna peg all of that on all of us as if all men are the same, and we really not though. You know what I mean? We more unique and different than the women, and I mean, female nature is undeniably one type of way, ruthless. Male nature, it gets tricky, yo. It gets tricky.
Hmm.
As you can see, you have some guys raised by these type of women who think just like them, and then you have guys like us who critically think, and then you have guys that just don't give a fuck about none of this shit. So You know what I mean? At the end of the day, women pretty much care about the same thing. They care about stability and money.
Yes,
All of it.
sir. Yes, sir. And
All of it.
look at what the bell says. Like it kind of ties into what you just said, good bread. And I love the fact that I got you here. The bell says they need backup plans because prevention requires discipline.
Hmm.
Mm. It's like
Hmm.
you could have put that in a Bible or something like that.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna say that one more time in case the people in the back didn't hear it. You know how I go, good bread. You got people in the class when you give them a choice. You got the students that like to learn. They come in the front of the class. But when you give them a choice, the students that want to lollygag and play around, what they do, Mister Goodbread, what they go in the back of the class. They try to play around. They don't listen. I'm gonna say it one more time in case y'all didn't hear it. They need backup plans because prevention requires discipline.
That's a fact. And there is no peace. There is no peace and happiness without discipline, guys. So they playing. This is why they floundering. This is why they totally deleting themselves, deleting kids, deleting other women. And you know what I mean, a lot of women like to play dumb. A lot of women like to play dumb, but we know. We see y'all on social media when y'all get up there on social media and y'all start all of this because people be acting funny and people be acting phony. We know who the people is. Go ahead and say it. Cause women, the shorty you put it your all in, be
Yes,
acting all
sir.
funny, but y'all don't like to say it. Y'all don't like to call a spade a spade. But the minute a
Exactly.
guy do something, you don't have no problem. You'll put his whole fucking government name in the post. Oh, Steve Adams did this. He eat my coochie. But the minute you mad at your homegirl for being shisty and shady like always, you nah. And I mean, it come back to us men. We just got to step up. We got to call it out. We got to
We're
start
not
calling it out.
we're not here to complicate the common sense. Let me introduce Aviated and let me introduce Professor. Before we introduce y'all guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the video back real quick. And we're gonna go ahead and we gonna gather our thoughts. Let's go ahead and do it.
I bet, yo, I'm gonna go on and drop off. I got some things I got to take care of.
For
But
sure, good, Brad. Good for
I'll
sure.
be in the chat. I'll be listening. Aviated, bro. What's up, bros?
No, we chill, we cool, bro. What
All
about
right,
you,
all
man?
right.
We're gonna see each other in the show, okay? In the Broski show, bro. I got you, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, say less, say less.
And that's the music channel that you should probably put in the link. I don't know it,
No,
so I want
we gonna put it in the link. We gonna put it right on in the link. Trust me, guys.
we. How's everybody? So
Let's
we want to see
listen
how.
to this three back into it, okay?
or
Okay.
drink can affect the way your coochie smells, tastes, and all of that. Cranberry juice is like the equivalent of pineapple juice for dudes. Fish oil, it reduces inflammation and boosts testosterone, which is your horny hormone. And it opens up your blood vessels down there so that you're a little bit more sensitive. You can take fish oil supplements, just eat more fish, anything like that. I will never not say this, but please use that one water-based thing that is like a liquid. It goes down there. And I can't say it. Do Kegels, okay? They can make your climax better and more intense. When you're in the act, breathe. People don't realize how important steady breathing is during it. Trust me, it helps. If you're a missionary, put a pillow underneath your butt or lower back. If you're lying down on your stomach, put a pillow underneath your abdomen. And finally, know that you're entitled to goods. Don't focus so hard on the end result and focus on the journey. You don't have to climax for it to be considered goods. It does help, but it's not necessary. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. Next time on Slate University, I'm going to give makeout tips and how to be unbothered if you want to make.
Ladies, I don't know if she giving y'all advice on men, but let me give y'all some advice on men. If we didn't climax, it ain't good sex. I don't know if it's about you guys, but if men did not climax, it wasn't good sex. You heard me? Because a climax for a woman is not ultimately required in biology when it comes to sex as opposed to a man. I ain't talking about size. I ain't talking about anything else, ladies and men. I'm just speaking on reality. A climax to a man is not important for a woman. It's important for him. He wants the climax. You guys just want the feel. You guys just want the texture and all that fucking bullshit. That's why a woman you have your typical woman today living with a rose. She has a sex toy that she lives with today. That's why her climax doesn't matter. It's about the tingly sexual. Let's not get into that. I'm speaking Patreon. I'm speaking Rumble. I don't even we ain't gonna do that today. We ain't gonna do that today. We got the boys in the building. What's up, man? Talk to me, guys.
Professor, go first.
No, I think it's terrible that we had a. There's like 60 red flags in a row in the first 5 seconds of this fucking video. I understand it's probably a lot of parody. Okay, she's getting likes, she's getting subscriptions, and she's doing it for the clicks because she knows this is an extreme. But it's a lot of reality in that extreme. So we brought up the first point, which was BDSM, which is like fetishes. It's every single possible type of fetishes that people get into. That could be costumes, like if you like superheroes or something like that, or what these guys are furries that wear like full on stuffed animal suits, and that's how they get aroused, if you would. And then there's the very other extreme, which I wrote in the chat. And I don't need to talk about it. Let's just
Man,
say,
listen, hey, listen. When
let's
it
just say
comes
it's
to
all.
that, when it comes to that, there's tons of demographics, tons of different, avenues when it comes to BDSM, man.
Mhm.
Tons of different avenues, man.
But I actually went to the parties. I used to go to the fetish factory parties in Fort Lauderdale.
You heard me?
It's
You
like
heard me?
dressed up as like an alien, painted all silver. So it wasn't like, you know what I mean? It's a fetish party. It's not like you do that in your house. But what I did see when I was there was people wearing costumes tied up to stuff and getting spanked, and people inside of small little cages getting spit on. And the chick I was with was in the golden showers, so that was her thing. And you can always tell when you're at the bottom of a part in your life, when things get so fucking weird and so bad that you think, is this now the new normal? And I think that's what's happening with these modern women, is they are hitting a wall. They're hitting a moral bottom. They're trying to somehow defend it. They realize that all the fucking men are like, fuck this, we're out. And as a result, the rebound effect is happening. So the same thing happened with me. I had the rebound effect. I was going from one extreme of ungodliness. Now, I'm not perfect in any way. I just went from going towards the devil and turning around towards the greatness of the Most High, or however you want to call it. I had that psychic experience. It turned my whole shit around. So these women are not appealing to me in any way. You know what I mean? I've had all of them. I've done all the dumb shit on their dumb lists, and every single fetish imaginable with a girl. So there's nothing that impresses me, nothing that turns me on, nothing that, you know what I mean? All the big asses and titties, I've had them all. So what this chick is doing is just reinforcing those recycled stereotypes that we had back when I was younger. I was your age, that was this type of chick. When let's say my dad's age, there was this type of chick. In like the 50s, there was this type of chick. And there was always that one hoe. However, the level of 304ism now is nothing compared to 10 years ago. Let me just say
Exactly.
we're not going to even say unwed pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to say unwed pregnancy. We're just going to say pregnancy, period, because the lines are blurred. You never would, if you heard about a girl in school that got pregnant and had a baby. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know what year you were born in or when you went to high school, but when I went to high school, there might have been one or two girls that had
And and
gotten pregnant.
and, and,
And
and trust me, Professor, like not to cut you off, but I do want to get to aviated, but I want to expound on your point. Um, let's kind of get into that. Where when I was born in 91, so now I'm 31,
Mhm.
right? When were you born, Professor?
I was in
Quickly.
73. I was actually in the military the year after you were born in the invasion of Iraq.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah,
what when were you born though? Let's get that.
I was born in 73.
73. So Professor has a lot of profound knowledge, wisdom that you guys need to start listening to. If you haven't done so, I'm pretty sure you've done so. Um, we'll get to that, Professor. And mind you, Professor, I have a personal live that me and you are gonna do. Don't know when I'm gonna do it. It could be early, it could be later. I don't know when, but once I hit you up, we're gonna make that happen because like I love what you do. I've been studying you. I've been seeing the proactivity you've been doing. I see the fact that you raise up the young children. You let them fight. You let them, you know, express their masculinity. You
Yep.
allow them to see a pathway. You give them something to live for, right? And these
It's
are the kids that later on they're going to be the ones that that are going to motivate the people that say, how did you do what you're doing? And they're not the kids that saying, oh, I just inherited it. They can say that, okay, somebody taught me this and you can do it too. And you're doing that, professor. That's
Mhm.
why I say we need an extensive. I know you passionate. Suppress it right now. Cause today is the whole phase party. Suppress it right
It's cool, man. And hey, listen,
now.
uh, there is that deep, dark part of us that wants to cut loose and be wild on and stuff like that. In the end, it leads to being by yourself. I've done this. I went down the path where I took the father's money. I didn't take anybody's father's fucking money. I never got money from
I know what you
anybody.
said. We know what you're saying, Professor. Trust me, man.
And
We gonna get into it.
these are the kind of girls I went after because they're the ones I was trained to believe were normal.
Hey, look. You got the experience. We gonna teach them how not to make the mistakes. I want to read this comment from the Bell 5000, one of the OGs. He says she studied everything besides how to be a good bitch, and how to keep a man. Never mentioned what qualities to look for in a man, all about dick balls and hide the weenie games. That being said, I want to kind of get into the video a little bit. We gonna get back into the comments. Deacon Dave in the building, one of my motherfucking prolific brothers. Yes, sir. Hey guys, let's get back into it real quick. I promise you, we gonna get right. We I got y'all. Don't worry about it, guys. I got y'all. I got y'all.
Sure you see those things at that point. And finally, know that you're entitled to goods. Don't focus so hard on the end result and focus on the journey. You don't have to climax for it to be considered goods. It does help, but it's not necessary. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. Next time on Slate University, I'm going to give makeout tips and how to be unbothered. If you want to make sure you see those things, hit that follow button. If there's anything you want me to talk about, put it in the comments below. Until next time, besties, and happy hoeing. Welcome back to Slut University. Class is now in session. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today I'm going to be giving tips on a highly requested subject, making out, and I'm going to talk about how to be unbothered. So let's set the scene. You and your partner have both.
Wait, did she just say she gonna give a tip how to be a mother? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I just want to make sure I'm not tripping. I just want to make sure I'm not tripping.
You see those things? Hit that follow button. If there's anything you want me to talk about, put it in the comments below. Until next time, besties, and happy hoeing. Welcome back to Slut University. Class is now in session. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today I'm going to be giving tips on a highly requested subject, making out, and I'm going to talk about how to be unbothered. So let's set the scene. You and your partner.
Oh, she say unbothered. Let's continue. Let's hear what she got to say about that.
Have both been flirting, everything's going well, clear consent has been given, you or they start to lean in. What do? Relax your body. Don't be so tense. Take a deep breath. Odds are your partner has been dying to kiss you the whole night as well. Tilt your head because You got noses, so you don't want to bump noses. You both tilt your head in the same direction. Don't panic. Just tilt your head the other way. If it ends up being one of those things where it's like someone's in front of you and you both like move in the same direction, just laugh it off. It's not a big deal. While you're laughing, just like grab their face and tilt it the right way. Be assertive. When you're kissing, just start off simple with your lips. While it may be tempting to just like go in for the French, the build up to a deeper kiss can be incredibly sensual for both parties. Begin with a few closed mouth kisses, tongueless kisses. That's important. Alternate between like lightly brushing your lips together to more powerful kisses.
Guys, I don't know if y'all had done lost grip of the rope. She's teaching young ladies here. Don't get it twisted. Don't forget. I don't want y'all to lose sight of what's going on here. And
Guys,
in case y'all did lose sight, a grown woman grooming young ladies. Let me teach you how to hoe from home. She's not teaching women who know how to do this already. She's teaching young ladies who are young, fertile.
yeah, it's not like she's trying to teach adults how to get.
You see what I'm saying, right? She not doing that.
Then you do the closed open mouth kiss. Be mindful of your hand placement. While you can leave your hands at your sides, adding a gentle caress here and there, maybe like gripping the hair at the nape of the neck, that one will drive a man crazy. Now things are getting deeper. You've got your hand.
No, ladies, no, it will not. Snow is not going to drive a man crazy. No, it's not.
Your hands at
Okay, no. You know what? Might check one two. Can y'all hear me? Professor,
Yes, of
Aviator,
course.
unmute
Yep,
yourselves.
Yes, we heard
yep,
you.
Okay,
sure.
that is not going to drive a man crazy. Hold on, guys. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think because maybe OKL's overthinking it. I'm a Virgo. We overthink. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but let what she said. Let me let it play out, and I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
closed open mouth kiss. Be mindful of your hand placement. While you can leave your hands at your sides, adding a gentle caress here and there, maybe like gripping the hair at the nape of the neck, that one will drive a man crazy. Now things are getting.
Yeah.
Does that drive men crazy, guys? Like just because you gripped your hair and shit like that?
She's actually saying that to herself. That's what
So
it sounds
like
like.
like let me know what's going on because I like that don't drive me nuts and nothing like that. Like I don't know
That's
Uh,
what the fuck you talking about.
her saying what a girl likes
Because you
to.
grab your own hair.
you
You
gotta
grab
leave.
your and my bad. That ain't even your hair on your head. Because you grab hey, go ahead, man. Let me yeah, y'all got the spotlight. Let me take it off of her. Y'all got the spotlight. Talk to me. Let me start with Professor and we gonna go
No,
to
I
Aviator.
can
Go ahead, talk,
go with
man.
ABS. Go with ABS first because I went last time.
Aviator, you there? Man,
Yes, I'm there.
Professor, no, fuck all that, man. Professor, get in, man. Like you go ahead, bro.
Okay, she is giving women's advice to other women about how to handle a man when kissing and when she is just saying what a woman wants done to her. That's what she was just saying. She just explained what she wanted done to herself. What the
Damn.
hell man wants to have his fucking head and his neck rubbed while you're kissing him? Like, what is this, a fucking soap opera?
Like it feels good and all that, but that doesn't drive a man crazy. But what I'm saying is some men do get driven crazy. Aviator, let me go back to you. Does that drive you crazy because somebody they got Indian hair on her head and she
No.
grabbing her shit and she's biting her lips trying to entice you? Like I mean like talk to me, man.
Okay. We're in a society where women wanna be enslaved, like wanna be in pain because they get so much freedom that they get boredom because let me say it gets to BDSM. BDSM in its way in this modern day
Good
society
point.
is also some side effect from mental illness because they get a pumped up adrenaline from having near death experience, just like drugs put them in ecstasy and euphoria, which isn't different from rough sexual behavior. So that's
Mhm.
why sex is a drug that modern women and certain men are addicted to and abuse. Hence, where red pill men
But it is never too late to have.
has built the
No,
term
go
that
ahead. My
these
bad,
women.
brother. My bad.
Yeah. So that's why sex is a drug that modern women and certain men are addicted to and abuse. Hence, where Red Pill Men has built the term that these women are only good for recreational use. Statistic were also put
Right,
out
right.
where a lot of women died from getting accidentally choked by their partner during sexual encounters. You know, so this in this way prove that women wants us to get back in control, but we gave women too much power, and women cannot cannot control, like not control, but cannot balance this much intake of power. That's
Right.
why we have to regain. We have to censor. We have to limit their certain usage of what they do. We have to put them control. It's not about controlling, because there will be the end of of our society.
I'm gonna try to get back on track because I think I
Have that
let me.
talk. But before you do have that talk, make sure you have your non-negotiables already figured out. If you're unsure of what your non-negotiables should be, first figure out what kind of casual relationship that you want, whether it be friends with benefits, polyamorous, etc., etc. Here are some key attributes that talk about as you can also say, hey, this is hard for me to talk about, but I think it's very important. When was the last time you were tested? Here's another one. Just on your and recall. Here's the month. Happy home you can do for mirror selfies. So first things first, if you are going to send.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get it right for y'all because I remember when she was Storm from X-Men, but I'm trying to find out when she was that other character. It was it right here.
Go and here's why.
Men,
It is thin, flexible, and a good barrier against sperm bacteria and doesn't feel as good. So I started buying these. Act, breathe. People don't realize how important steady breathing is during it. Trust me, it helps. If you're in missionary
You know, we just gonna get to the next character, all right? We gonna go to the next character.
and
just the
happy
ones that
healing.
don't like.
We gonna go to the next character right here.
Welcome back to Slut University.
Welcome back to Slut University, guys. Welcome back to Slut University. Zone TV in the motherfucking building. Certain men, ABs sound is addicted, and it's okay. He's stupid.
Zod is stupid. Zod always try to diss. I told him that it's a false claim. Oh,
No,
read it.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
Al.
no. We no, no, no. We gonna continue. We gonna continue. We gonna continue.
Class is now in session. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today I'm going to be giving tips on a highly requested subject, making out, and I'm going to talk about how to be unbothered. So let's set the scene. Begin with a few closed mouth in the comments below, but I would like to move on to how to be unbothered. Now, I get asked all the time, how do you just like ask people out? And if they say no, you're fine. Are you so nonchalant? How do you like not let things bother you? No one wants to commit to any.
All right, guys. We gonna get to the next one. She did. I ain't got time because I ain't gonna lie. I get annoyed by modern women like easily, and I got annoyed by having to listen to what the fuck she said already. We gonna keep it
For
moving.
today. I hope that helped you, babes, and happy hoeing. Welcome back to Slate
Happy hoeing.
University. Class is now in session. If you're new here, I'm Carmen, your professor, and today we're going to be talking about building a roster. Now let's jump right into it. So, one thing that took me a really long time to learn is that the best time to have a roster is not in the summer. It is, in fact, fall, winter, sometimes spring. Let me paint you.
Don't have your hot girl summer. Don't have your roster in your hot girl summer. Because hot girl summer is consistent of everything.
Now let's jump right into it. So, one thing that took me a really long time to learn is that the best time to have a roster is not in the summer. It is, in fact, fall, winter, sometimes spring. Let me paint you a picture. Summer, all the beautiful bitches are out on the town, all of us looking for dick. No one wants to commit to anybody. Ghosting's on the rise. No one's responding to text messages after they fuck. It's super hard to have an effective roster in the summertime. Autumn is the best time to start building your roster. Why? Everyone is looking to cuff, but no one's looking to commit. It is ridiculously easy to start talking to someone and get all cozy with them, but not have to commit to them. This time of year is also when situationships are on the rise. When you build a roster, there can only be one person.
And she's guys, remember, this is Slut University, so she's giving you whole stage shit right now. Okay, guys? What she's basically trying to tell you guys, and I want y'all to understand the womanese, is that I like it in summertime or in spring or in the best times where the most suitable men are out, or not even the most suitable, just most men are out and the most fun is out. I'm going to be my best self as a woman or as a girl or as a 304. But the best time to be a 304, they understand, is in autumn, is in is in wintertime. Why do they say that? Because of the simple fact that this is where they get their best, how do I say this? Their best steaks. Their best steaks are in wintertime. Their best steaks are in times of dire moments, because not only are they not looking to marry, but they are looking to find someone who's going to, go into this hibernation stage like a bear with them, so to speak. So they want to find someone who they can say, you know what, this guy is going to be with me for this time because it's cold. Just like the pandemic. When the pandemic came, or when went like right now, we're going through winter time. A lot of women are looking for their bae. A lot of women are looking for the guy they can lock in with, or whatever the case may be. Oh, I got a husband. I'm gonna lock
Cuffing,
in with my husband for right now.
cuffing season.
Yeah, it looks, it's coven season right now. Today is coven season, so that's what she means by that. When she's breaking down this 304 stage for you guys. Oh, summertime is not good for you, spring is not good for you, but autumn is good for you, and wintertime is good for you, because these are the times where men are actually just thinking about their resources and thinking about the side pieces or the wives that they actually do have. So what are you going to do at this time? You're going to be as valuable as you can to the closest man that you can, not the one that you just fucking, but the man that you know that has resource. You're going to be as valuable to him as you can, so that you can have that season, not a lifetime, but you just want that season real quick. They want the hot girl summer, they want the good girl winter, and they want that 50-50 autumn. She just broke down the whole modern woman's playbook for me just now. Professor, what you got to say about that? I know you had something to say. Talk to me, man.
Well, you put it right. I mean, basically, she is translating her bullshit for really simpleton mind people. It's a playbook to take advantage of people. That's what it is. If you don't see it for what it is, it's a manipulation. It's like, how much rope can I take from this guy? Okay. It's pathetic to even listen to. I'm actually, I'm thinking that she's actually from Florida because it sounds like a Florida accent.
And
I was
it's
first thought it was like Lansing, Michigan, or something like that. And no, not nasally enough. This sounds like somebody who has an intermediate third grade vocabulary. It's probably Pompano Beach, Florida, Tampa, Florida,
and
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 uh,
and based off of how she looks, she probably thinks she's higher than her own demographics.
oh, definitely.
You
They
see what
think
I'm
they're all
saying?
they think they're all tens. Uh,
The Bell 5000 says something very significant, and I like to hear from my OGs. He says, "How is this bitch talking about hoeing with no mention of money or a pimp?" Good question. I was asking that earlier. Also, he says, "This is tramp activity, and keep the dumb bitch dumb." Hashtag whore. Leave her where she at. This is why she's only able to spew out this garbage that she's telling you right now, this bull crap.
look, she's grifting too. She's also
Right.
showing it's a trend that they're trying to justify being a 304. It's a time when they feel like okay, men are abandoning us, so why care anymore? What's the point of
Not even,
being?
no, no. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Maybe some of them are thinking that, but no, man, they don't care that men ain't abandoning them. Okay, put it like this. They already dealt with a minority of men, so all the only thing that's happening is they're feeling some of the emotions, or the feelings that men actually feel. They don't actually see the reality of men abandoning them, because keep in mind, Women have an abundant mind state today when it comes to the dating market. 80% of men, 80 to 90%, I'm sorry, 80 to 90% of women are dealing with 0 to 20% of men. So when you have, let's say 20% out of that 80 stops dealing with these women, passport bros, red pill men, incels, etc., etc., they still have a 60 percentile that are dealing with a minority of them. So they ain't feel it yet. They still ain't feel it yet. They ain't feel it yet. The only thing they see it, but they didn't feel it yet because they still have that advantage in the dating market. OnlyFans,
Enough said.
dating sites, men who
Armies
are
of
willing to, armies of men, white
army.
knights who are willing to pay $500 to $1,000 for a date and go home and keep trying to pander to this woman. They still dwelling on these guys. Don't null and void these people. They're still here. So we're living in a time that is so dire that even if you take away 25 to 30% of the men that benefit these women, and I'm not talking about STEM, I'm just speaking on who they see as suitable people to have sex with, they still have an open pool that's a plethora for them and that still benefits them. And it's still something that men have to look at like it's a minority for us. They still on the same wave. With that being said, let's continue.
Easy to start talking. Get all have to commit to them. This time of year, start cuff summertime. Autumn is the best time to start building your roster. Why? Everyone is looking to cuff, but no one's looking to commit one and get all cozy with them, but not have to commit to them. This time of year is also when situationships are on the rise. When you build a roster, there can only be one person that you're willing to actually cuff to, and that person will be your number one. But remember your boundaries, okay? Yes, the number one person is the only person you'd cuff to, but you cannot treat them like you're already cuffed. It's sex and it's not.
Yeah, that number one person is the one you are cuffed to, but you cannot treat that person the way she just explained. Yeah, like I'm gonna translate the womanese for y'all in case y'all don't know how to translate it. Yeah, I'm a running back on a football team, and that's my head coach. But I'm not gonna treat him like my head coach when I'm playing in the football ball game. He gonna call the plays, but I'm gonna do what I want. Yeah, I'm driving a Honda Accord and it takes 87 gas, at best 89 gas, but I don't care. I'm going to put 93 gas in it because I feel like I deserve the best, which is going to ultimately cause discrepancies in that initial relationship. That relationship between the car and the gas depends on what type of gas gets put in the car. Am I talking crazy right now or am I making sense, Professor?
Claro, sure. It's the generation. This is what we're talking. We're dealing with people that are the low energy, low feed, low bottom fruit people that really have been run through and they don't have any option.
It just don't make sense to me, man. How these women get to, and I want to read this again. How is the bitch talking about hoeing with no mention of money or pimp? Because if you a quote hoe, or if you in that lifestyle, you better have money or pimping involved in that. Because if you don't, then you just a low life, just as well as a man is smoking weed all day, but he don't got no profit or he ain't paying for the weed. This nigga just relies on people to smoke with him, and he's not benefiting or profiting off the weed. That's the same thing that he's trying to tell you right now as a whole. You ain't getting no money. You ain't got nobody over you making sure that you get. Man, this bitch is tramp activity and keep the dumb bitch dumb. Hashtag whore.
nothing unless one of you says otherwise. Because that's how you get your heartbroken babes. Now, as an experienced slut, I can keep up to 7 people on a roster, but now I'm a very busy slut. So at this point in my life, I think I can only handle like 3 to 5. If you're a newbie hoe, then I would suggest only 3. Like my usual is 5. So I'm just going to give you the criteria for the 5. So as I said, number 1 is the only one you cuff to, but you can't actually treat them like you're fucking cuff. Number 2, I usually reserve for friends with benefits. Obviously, the usual is 5. So I'm just going to give you the criteria for the 5. So as I said, number 1 is the only one you cuff to, but
Like I said, she talks fast and she manipulative. So she said number one, the one that she actually, and guess guys, the fave don't mean that she picks the fave. The fave is the one that smashed her good and she actually is interested in, and now she's trying to bestow her 304 nature on him. She says the fave would prop cuff if asked, but you can't actually treat them like you're
you can't actually treat them like you're fucking cuff. Number 2,
you can't treat them like you're cuffed. You see what I'm saying? Like like 304 nature never fails. 304 knows for a fact, yeah, I got this dude, whether he's lit for me or not. I can't treat him like I'm cuffed because I have another lifestyle. Why do they think that that's a good law? How come a 304 thinks, okay, I'm fucking with plethora of dudes, but this one dude here, I fuck with him. I'm locked in with him. He checking off the boxes. But one thing I cannot do is I cannot make him think that I'm cuffed or I'm dealing with. I need him to think that I'm just this, this virtuous person. And what that does is I'm gonna put boundaries on him. Why does ladies? Why do you think that makes sense? Zone 864 TV says she's interchangeably using hoe and slut. It's not the same. You're right. A slut doesn't say she a hoe. A slut teaches a hoe to stop acting like you a slut. You ain't no slut. You a hoe. You
And if
giving
you're
that
going to be a slut, get paid for it. That's what they talk about.
right. Like you need to stop it. You trying to teach a slut, but you're really teaching hoes. You're really raising hoes, which is why I say, are grown women, let me take this comment off. Are grown women grooming young ladies? That's why I put this up. And I'm happy that Zone TV pointed it out. You pointed it out beautifully with what you said. Because we not dumb, ladies. We not stupid. We weren't born in a cardboard box yesterday. Apple bottom jeans came out years ago. You bitches been sluts for a long time. So what makes you think that we dumb? Huh? I'm gonna put that comment up one more time. She's interchangeably using hoe and slut. It's not the same. The reason why she's doing that zone is because we in 2022. They think it's the same. They think they can modify definitions. So a slut is some you know what? Let's go to the definition. Because if I say it, they're just gonna say who hurt you. They're gonna be like, okay, who hurt you? Why are you saying this? I'm gonna go to the Google definition. A slut is a woman who has many casual sexual partners. I'm gonna say it one more time. A woman who has many casual sexual partners. So a slut is polyamorous. Ha ha. She tried to make it sound good earlier. A slut is polyamorous, which is to say, one more time, a woman who has many casual sexual partners. What did she say earlier, guys? Oh, friends with benefits. Women have multiple friends with benefits. You're a slut. If you are willing to have more than one guy who you are claiming, oh, he's just a friend, I don't want to have anything to do with him relationship wise, but I'm gonna fuck him. If you have more than one of that, you a slut. You a slut. Which is to say, again, ladies, I don't care if you single. If you fucking three, four, five men, one of them might be your work husband. One of them might be somebody who's in a relationship that can't deal with you, but you just cling on to him. Another one might be somebody who just snatched you and y'all just having sex. You a slut because you're doing that. So a hoe is mainly somebody who just allows a lot of people to have sex with her at multiple times, even when she's in relationships. A hoe would typically allow men to have sex with her, get into a relationship, and also still continue to do that. Whereas a slut is somebody who, I'm single and I can do this. I can have sex with four or five men. You're a slut still. We got names for you promiscuous women: Jezebel, slut, hoe, whore. We have tons of names for these women that we don't want to wife up. And guess what the name of a woman who don't do what y'all do is? Virtuous.
The
So
spirit of Lilith.
we have names for women who don't do what women who have sex with multiple men do. We got names for them, and it's not called slut. It's not called hoe. It's not called Jezebel. It's not called stripper. It's not called prostitute. It's not called none of that. So don't get mad at us because we categorize y'all in different, levels. Professor, talk.
I gotta punch out, man. I got something to take care of, but I appreciate you all tuning in tonight. Let me just show you real quick how we give kids diabetes down here in Mexico. This is Christmas time, so we fill up the bags full of stuff for the pinatas. That's all the candy we put in the pinatas. You guys say Laura the Roquera. We're putting these bags. And that's what we're doing for our academy here. So we're having the pinata and all that good stuff. So
Man, that's
get to
man.
you guys.
Before you go, man, that's 100. That salute. One thing I do appreciate you about you, Professor, is the fact that you actually do the work and you do it for the next generation when it comes to growth and development for men, masculinity, when it comes to just giving back to the people. I studied you, man. I looked at your page from Instagram, YouTube, and all that. Professor, man, I'm happy that I met you and
And
and keep up the good work, man. Keep up the fucking good work, dog. Because
stay stoic, you
there's
guys.
a lot of men that's not doing what you're doing. Okay.
Stay stoic, you guys. I'm out.
All right, man. Peace, peace, peace. Professors are definitely somebody I appreciate that came on into the dean's office. But let's get back on into what we talking about. Chris G says sluts have sex for fun. Hoes get paid for it. Oh no, 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 no. Prostitutes get paid for it. Hoes get paid for it, and they do it for fun as well. They do it for fun as well. Zone says he says he's just a friend. Come on, girl. Let's not pretend. Professor says Mex and Rocky. We just showing love in the building. Let's continue with this 304.
Two, I usually reserve for friends with benefits. Obviously, they're a backup if number one isn't available, is usually reliable and fun, and can give you your O without much hassle. And someone that you actually enjoy sleeping with. Number three is reserved for a fuckboy. Why? Because their communication is spotty and they're notoriously unreliable. But a lot of them are hot, so that's why they get a spot so high up on the list. And
So she said number three is for the fuck boy, and a lot of them are hot. That's why they're so high up on the list. I want you guys to understand something. She named number one, number two, and she put fuck boy Pookie. I ain't even gonna call Pookie fuck boy. She put fuck boy as number three, but she said that's high up on the list. You want to be the last thing she thinking about, not the first thing she thinking about. And what I mean by that is this, guys. I'm talking about this 304 Jezebel. She'll wake up. First thing she thinking about is going to work husband. That's attention. Get off of work. Somebody who's going to be willing to bring her some food. Boom, that's another person. Somebody who's willing to send her a cash app, maybe through Instagram or OnlyFans. That's that person. But that fuck boy, after she's done having fun and drinking and doing what she does, that fuck boy, I promise you, he holds a special place in her heart. He holds a special place in the modern 304's heart. Not the virtuous woman, but the modern 304. Why? Because she already is she is bigger. She's the bigger fuck boy. The only difference is she's a girl. She's a fuck girl. She doesn't care about anybody's emotions. See, the fuck boy actually doesn't care. The fuck boy actually doesn't deal with other emotions. The fuck boy looks for the baddest bitches, look for the most money, do what he does. Women, as a matter, the fuck girl, she actually has a work husband. She actually has the right guy on her side. She actually has the virtuous man, but she's willing to go third place. She wants the bronze medal. The fuck boy is highest on her list. Why? Because she worse than him. So birds of a feather has to rock together. Correct? Yes, what I'm saying, guys, the fuck boy is not the guy to be. The fuck boy is the guy that these women are at their lowest state in attraction of. Oh, you think I'm playing? Let the bitch say it since y'all think okay talking shit.
So as I said, number one is the only one you cuff to, but you can't actually treat them like you're fucking cuff. Number two, I usually reserve for friends with benefits. Obviously, they're a backup if number one isn't available. Is usually reliable and fun and can give you your O.
Now notice she said number two is the backup. So yeah, you could be the side piece. Yeah, you the one that she call up when she want to get some penis real quick, and you got some good. But you number two. Notice who she said number two was. In case y'all think I'm playing, I'm gonna let this 304
3 to
say
5.
it.
If you're a newbie hoe, then I would suggest only 3. Like my usual is 5, so I'm just gonna give you the criteria for the 5. So as I said, number one is the only one you cuff to, but you can't actually treat them like you're fucking cuff. Number two, I usually reserve for friends with benefits. Obviously, they're backup if number one isn't available. Is usually actually enjoy sleeping with. You know.
And before she get to her deep shit, guys, just because you fucking a bitch, don't mean that you got the bitch. If you a friend with benefit, I don't like today. These 304s think that because they treat you like a friend with benefit, that they have an upper hand. You take advantage of that vagina at the same time if you don't want no child and if you want to be, you know, responsible, at least wear a condom or don't fuck the bitch. But you being a friend with benefits as a man, that's exactly what it is. Friends with benefits only benefits a man, not a woman. A woman is not a friend with benefits. She's a bitch you fucking. I hope I didn't speak Spanish because I'm not repeating myself.
Friends with benefits. Obviously, they're a backup if number one isn't available. Is usually reliable and fun and can give you your O without much hassle. And someone that you actually enjoy sleeping with, you know. Number 3 is reserved for a fuckboy. Why? Because their communication is spotty and they're notoriously unreliable. But a lot of them are hot, so that's why they get a spot so high up on the list. And spots 4 and 5 are strictly booty calls. People I literally only hit up for the devil's tango. Now here's the catch about rosters. I usually clear mine in the spring.
Now think about the term booty call. See, women are so masculated today, or and not emasculated, masculated, that they call you a booty call, man. Imagine this guy. Imagine the girl you fuck with, you fucking the girl, and she call you a booty call. What the fuck your booty got to do with her? She calling you a booty call because today women think so derogatorily and low that they think a booty call, them just calling somebody just purely for sex, knowing that this is not going to be a relationship. They think that it's actually something reciprocated. If men can do it, why can't we? So, ma'am, he's not smashing you. He not choking. I said it wrong. Ma'am, you're not smashing him. You're not choking him. You're not grabbing his neck. He's not, you know what I'm saying? There's things that happen to you that don't happen to him. The bell says the numbers are on her side. 80% of boys are raised and groomed by single mothers. So tricks, simps, and lames are always available for harvest. I couldn't have said it no better than that. You heard me? What a pimp said. We need the fathers. We need the fathers. We need them. Okay. We need them in our life at least so that we don't have to be what the bell said. Tricks, simps, and lames. What a pimp said. Besides the pimps, what are real men at?
Spring cleaning, if you will, because if I'm not dating my number one by the time spring comes, then I want to be a big old hoe in the summer. Then, come autumn, we rebuild. Now that is in the spring. Spring comes, then I want to be a big old hoe in the summer. Then,
And I tell y'all, females are seasonal. They change like the nature. If she don't find her night shining armor, then she wants to be a hoe. And when she's done with her whole season, which is why they call it a whole stage in Hot Girl Summer, you know what I'm saying? Then she wants to try to figure out how she's going to be a wife. But that's the challenge, ladies. How are you going to be a wife through your hot summer? Not hot girl summer, but the hot summer. And what she just said, she's trying to teach you guys how to be a slut, but not trying to teach you how to be a wife. But she's telling you you can be a wife and a slut. Can't make it up.
catch about rosters, I usually clear mine in the spring. Spring cleaning, if you will, because if I'm not dating my number one comes, then I want to be a big old hoe in the summer. Then, come autumn, we rebuild. Now, that is all I have time for today. Before I go, I have a couple announcements. If you saw my Finessing a Fuckboy video, you already saw these. You can skip them. First of all, because I keep getting post banned, I'm probably going to post more of my raunchier content on much. If you want to make sure you're kept up on all my video series, follow me on Instagram, same handle as my TikTok. You can find all my previous Slut You videos. I'm going to talk about things to do at university. But until next time, and happy hoeing. Hello and welcome back to Slut University. Depressed edition, because I'm sad. I'm your Professor Karma, and I'm depressed, so you get depression fit. Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about things to watch out for when vetting someone to put on your roster and how to deal with ghosting. God, I even sound depressed. Anyway, let's get started. Things to look out for. First of all, before hooking up with someone, find out their last name. Do a quick Google search, check if you have any mutual friends and if you do, who they are, and if you're okay with that. Also, check if you're like spit sisters with, someone you know. It's not always a problem. I have some friends who hooked up with the same guy and they're fine, but like sometimes some
We're not finna get into that. Now you see at the end of the stage, like she segued it beautifully. All that excitement to let you know that you're gonna be depressed at the end of the day. Okay, the whole stage, part 8. Yeah, this is your hoe who might be intellectual, but is teaching you how to deal with being a hoe in a dumb way, in a quote smart way, in an intellectual way, in a scientific way. But there's no way to be a hoe other than to be a hoe. So how the fuck can you break it down? Ain't no breaking down being a hoe. You letting people pipe you. You heard me. It's been a good one. It's been a great one, guys. It's been a great one. It's been a great one. The Hoe Phase part 8. My advice to ladies is this. If you're going to be a hoe, just be a hoe, okay? Because the best hoe is the one that is a hoe. How do I know? From experience. Be what you are. But if you don't want to be a hoe, don't be that. Understand what the hell you want to be. You want to be a virtuous woman. You want to be a wife. Preserve yourself. Be abstinent. Don't get sex because and understand that you can get sex at any moment. Don't make it seem like being able to have sex anytime you want to is valuable to men. It's your value, but it's not valuable to us. We just look at it like, hey, I want to take advantage of that. I want to get in. Preserving that is what's valuable. So if you don't want to be a hoe, if you don't want to indulge in these lifestyles that these quote confident women indulge in, and you know what I'm saying, I'm just saying quote when I say confident for a reason, then don't do that. Learn how to preserve yourself. Learn how to shy away from your thoughts, from your nature. But if you want to be, or if you want to indulge in that, do it the right way. Understand the categories. Hoes are hoes. They come to parties and they give us what we want. Prostitutes are prostitutes. Bitches that's in the game are bitches that's in the game. And they come in multiple definitions as well. Pick your definition. But other than that, if you don't want to be defined as none of that, then don't be any of that, lady. Be a lady. Rock out. Stand out to a point that you're not nothing like the modern day woman. Otherwise, you are looked at as such. She teaching bitches how to do the easy shit that comes naturally to a bitch. The hard part is being a good bitch. And with that being said, the bill, you know what, man? I got a show that I want to do, and I actually want to get into pimping and actually speaking to, the modern woman who actually are good hoes, not bad hoe, good hoes. And I want you to kind of be on that podcast because you got nothing but game and flavor to kick. So I appreciate you for that, man. I appreciate you for that. That being said, guys, this is the Hoe Phase Part 8. The Hoe Phase Part 8. Stay tuned for Part 9. It's coming very soon. And also, we are going to be speaking on Deion Sanders' situation and the black community and how they are literally making it seem like black people got to get permission from black folk to be great, to be successful, to do what they need to do. Black men can't get a pass. Black women can go online. Black women can be in politics. Black women can do what they want in today's day and age. And they're not Uncle Toms. They're not nothing. But as soon as a black man does what he does, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's what happens. Stay tuned for some more content, guys. Y'all be safe. And I'm going to end it out with some music. With some music, guys. Y'all listen. Stay tuned. Everything y'all hear is what OKL produced. And we will be back at y'all again.